Hi guys, Steph here. Right, what we got for you today? We've got for you a lovely little pen. Yes, a little pen we've got for you today. And this pen you would have seen in my recent pen haul. Here it is. Look at that. What a lovely pen and what a lovely colour. Okay, so just needs a little bit of tinkering. Hey! And after that tinkering, here's the pen in question. As I said, what a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Now, first of all, what is it? Well, obviously you can read on the description, but there's a barrel imprint for you, and it reads Mentmore Minor. And then underneath it has made in England. So we've got a Mentmore Minor fountain pen. And by the size of it there, you can see it is a minor pen. It is a small pen. And the size of it, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, 93 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice 11 millimeters in diameter. But, as I say, it's a small pen, and it's what we would have termed in that particular period when they made these pens as a vest pocket pen, or maybe even a lady's pen. But as you can see, it comes with a clip, so yeah, I would have said it's a vest pocket pen. Now, just to give you a size comparison, okay, there's a Parker 51. Okay, so you can see it's a small pen. Now, Mentmore, quite simply, we've mentioned Mentmore many times before. We've shown you lots of Mentmore pens. There were a company from Hackney here in London, and they made pens from around about the 1920s through to 1950s, and they made many different models, different colours, different trim, etc, etc. They were also one of the companies of that particular period that made pens for other pen manufacturers, for retail companies, stationers, etc. So they are a very much underrated fountain pen company. The pens are as good as any other pens of that particular period. Now, as I say, the period, I'm dating the pen from sort of around about the 1930s, 1940s. As we'll show in a moment, this one, as you can see, has got a blind cap with some knurling to the end there. So it's a button-filled fountain pen. As we've already mentioned, comes in this gorgeous purple, and I would say purple and a sand colour. Very, very nice indeed. Why don't they make pens in these materials anymore? I've no idea, and it's a question we always ask. You look at the cap there, it's got two nickel silver cap bands to the bottom of the cap, and then it's got the very recognisable ball clip from that particular period, and then to the top of the clip you can clearly see it's got the letter M for Mentmore, and then to the top there we've got this black finial or cap stud to the very top of the cap, as you can see there. Okay, now as I said, it's a vest pocket pen, and yes, or a lady's pen as well, but a small pen, and this particular one has been reserved, and this one will be going across the pond to a good customer of mine who actually likes these small pens. Okay, so what I've said I've done, I've actually restored it for her. Okay, let's show you a couple of different angles of the pen. looking very nice indeed, as you can clearly see there. Okay, everything internally, inside the cap, inside the section, feed, everything's been thoroughly cleaned. We've put a brand new sack in the pen. One of the problems I had with this pen is when I actually opened it up, disassembled it, for some strange reason, there was no pressure bar inside the pen. So what I needed to do, I actually got a pressure bar, I found the smallest one I could find, which was still too big for this one. So in effect, I had to sort of get a pressure bar and sort of fabricate, not necessarily fabricate, but from another pressure bar, I had to cut pieces off here and there to make it fit inside this pen. Okay, because yeah, as you can clearly see, it's a very small pen, and I don't think they actually sell them standard this size. But yeah, what we've done, we've made a pressure bar inside, so it's in working order. And as I mentioned earlier, if we unscrew the blind cap for you, there we go. Okay, you've got the threads there, you've got this chrome button to the top there. So what we do, dip the nib and the section in the ink and press down a couple of times onto the button. So let's pop that back on like so. Let's go up to the section. You see the threads there, and then it's got this slightly sort of concaved section, as you can see there. And in this particular case, well, when I say in this particular case, the nib, because I actually reviewed the same pen in a lovely green and cream colour. I think it was about 5 years ago. So what I'll do, I'll leave you a link. You can go and have a look at that if you wish. But that one had a warranted nib. Okay, as you can see, they're a small nib, but this one, very nice. It's got a Mentmore 14 karat gold nib. Okay, so as I say, they came with a warranted, as well as in this particular case with the Mentmore nib. There's a sideways view. There's the feed underneath. Nice and clean. As I say, everything will get cleaned internally, and yeah, it's ready to go. Okay, so it's ready to go across the pond. So I'm not going to fill it, but what we'll do, because I know you people, you like to see these pens writing, so let's just do a little dip test. Let's dip it in the ink to my right here, and let's see how it writes. So what we've got is a Mentmore. It's writing very dry. So we've got a Mentmore Minor. We're dating it from the 1930s, 1940s. As you can see, it's writing on the dry side. As I say, everything's been cleaned internally, so on some occasions, it does take, a little while for the ink to actually wick through. But yeah, writing with, I would say, a fine line. Okay, we'll leave it at that. There you go, you can see, writing with a fine line. So ready to go, as I say. Let's just give it a little wipe. We'll clean that before it goes in the post. And as I say, it'll be going in the post across the pond to a young lady by the name of Tara. So I hope you like your pen, Tara, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a lovely, lovely pen, as you can see. But the main thing is, yeah, I wish I could find a pen in a larger pen, maybe an oversized pen in this colour. I'd actually keep it for myself. But there we have it. The Mentmore Minor, made in England around about 1930s, 1940s. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Don't be shy. Give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini from me and this lovely pen. Bye-bye for now.